Hey, so we are now on Final Fantasy XII on our Let's Play a lot of Final Fantasy run, and so we're gonna do the Zodiac Age, which just recently came out on PlayStation 4 just over a month ago. The original game came out on PlayStation 2 back in 2006, October 31st, 2006. I've played this game 1.5 times. It's a very long game. I know that they did some things in this game to kind of speed up the game. You know, when you're in dungeons, you can run faster and things like that, or go through it faster. And I'm really excited to play this because I've always enjoyed this game. I always thought it was a really good game, but like I said, it's a really long game. I'm anticipating this playthrough to be probably over 50 hours, to be honest. I could be wrong, but I know on howtobeat.com, I think they put this game at 68 hours, which is just absurd, just for the story. It's a great game, though, so we're going to just jump into it. Since it's a long game, we're going to get right into it. So looking forward to it. The first time I played this game, let's do original. You know what, let's do reorchestrated because I haven't heard it. So when this game came out, I was a senior in high school, and at this time I was starting to be able to drive, and you know, I had a job and things like that. But when this game came out, what I ended up doing, I remember I got out of school. I only had 5 periods in high school my senior year because it's like 4 AP classes, so you can get out early. So as soon as school let out that day, I ran straight to GameStop because I pre-ordered it, picked it up, and just played the crap out of it. So this Gears of War, something else came out about that time. I can't remember, but I remember just going there and picking those games up, and it was so cool, you know, to be able to like get these games on my own, like the day they came out. So looking forward to playing this one. I don't remember a whole lot, to be completely honest. I remember a couple of dumb things in this game. Like in order to get like the best weapon in the game, you couldn't open certain chests, which, from what I've heard, they took that out of this game, thankfully.
In the name of the Father, and in the presence of these holy relics, I hereby pronounce you man and wife from this time forth. May the blessings of the gods light your path.
So as you see, we're seeing a wedding here.
Far on.
This game, so the big thing with Final Fantasy XII that everybody remembers is that it finally turns away from your traditional turn-based RPG that Final Fantasy games are notorious for. It's kind of a turn-based live-action game, is the best way to put it. I don't even want to say turn-based. It plays like an MMO, which that offends some people when you say it for some reason, but it's true.
Sorry.
And there's no random encounters. That was the big thing when this game came out. They like really hyped that up.
It's only a matter of time before they reach the borders of Dalmasca. There is nothing to halt their advance.
Secure Nalbina with all haste.
I will go.
And I will go
The game
on the
looks
side.
very beautiful, by the way. Just want to point that out.
Galtea stand watch over you.
Even when this game came out on PS2, this game looked really good back then.
That I be considered worthy.
That I be considered worthy. That I be considered worthy.
right away, this game really throws you in there. Countries on the brink of war. I mean, look at these cinematics. These are awesome. And imagine back on PS2 in that day, when you could get a cinematic like this. Obviously, it looks like this in high definition, but like hundreds of soldiers to be able to put a cinematic like this together, like that, that's really impressive.
We must withdraw! No! Railing still stands.
Shield beyond sight, ne'er failing light.
So there's a few flaws in this game that I'll point out that I really am not good. I don't like the voice acting in this game. I understand what they're trying to go with.
For my father. For my
You know, like a
father!
lot of medieval talk, and that's the best way I can put it. You know, like Renaissance times talk, and the accents can get really heavy for me sometimes, and some of the language is just very hard to understand. The other thing is, to be honest, I'm not really a fan of any of the characters. You know, when you look back at previous Final Fantasy and stuff like that, there's very few characters in this game that are like, you know, wow, it's synonymous with Final Fantasy VII. You know, Vivi with 9, Orn with 10, you know, things like that. This game doesn't really have that. I think the closer you fall here, and even then, like, he's not really like that popular as a character.
Blessings of the Great Father descend, and guide your bodies return to the earth. Great Father, guide your spirits return to the Mother of all.
So this kid's dead.
Find peace. Pharaoh.
There's a lot of death in this game. It's weird because sometimes like they'll show this game off and you'll see like these bright worlds and bright cities and things like that. I don't want to say this is a dark game, but there is a lot of
The death of
depth.
Lord Rasla Heos Nabradia was but one of many tragedies to befall the kingdom of Dalmasca. The air of hope that had surrounded Her Royal Highness Princess Asha's wedding was now quite lost. Dalmasca had been set adrift at the mercy of history's restless tides. At this time, two great empires struggled for dominion over Ivalice. Arcadia in the east, Rosaria the west. The invasion of the kingdom of Nabradia was Arcadia's first step in its westward march. With Lord Rasla's beloved homeland consumed by the hellfires of war, it seemed clear that Arcadia would soon mete out a like fate to Dalmasca. The fall of the fortress at Nalbina told the destruction of the greater part of Dalmasca's forces. The counterattack was mounted by the order of the Knights of Dalmasca, ever brave and faithful. But against the martial might of the Arcadian armies, they stood little chance of
I'll be
victory.
completely honest, I don't
Indeed,
understand a lot of this.
Their defeat was to be absolute. Soon thereafter, Arcadia came forward, offering terms of peace, or, as one might rather put it, terms of Dalmasca's surrender. Lord Ramenos, King of Dalmasca, and my dear friend, had no choice but to accept these terms. It was, thus, only with reluctance that he set out for Nalbina Fortress, now under Arcadian occupation to affix his seal to the Emperor's Treaty of Peace. The king had scarce departed his royal city of Rabanasta when the remnants of the Order made their return, and not a moment too soon, for a terrible revelation awaited them. The treaty would be signed with steel and writ in royal blood.
Basically, Arcadia is this evil empire, and they're taking over a bunch of stuff, and they took over the Nalbina fortress,
They're slowing us
and they're
down.
about to like sign a treaty to stop all this war and stuff.
Not all of us are here for love of battle. He fights to defend his homeland. Your name?
Rex, sir. My name's Rex.
Good. Rex. You bore a few cuts, but you are still whole. Well, can you stand? Think you can fight?
I'm fine, sir.
How old are you, Rex?
17, sir.
17.
Young. Family?
My brother is all I have left, sir. He's 2 years younger than I, living in Rabanastre.
So young. You're barely old enough to be a man. You shouldn't be forced to wield a sword.
No, sir. I want to fight. For my homeland. And for my parents.
It's time, Bosch. Save the discussion for later. We must reach the king before they act, or all our efforts will be in vain.
I'm aware of the situation.
We found them! Over there!
Bossler, go ahead. I will handle this rabble.
Godspeed.
Steady, Rex. Keep your wits about you and you'll make it. We move!
Let's always be mindful use the right stick to look around. Okay. So, yeah, they really... I mean, like, tutorials in Final Fantasy games, like, some people get really annoyed of them. And this game pretty much says, look, we're going to do all the tutorials right here in this battle. Yeah, don't try to be a hero. Say the hero's story. Just listen to the captain. We'll get through this. We'll enter the fortress to this gate. We must go. Some of the tutorials are really dumb. Like, press X when you see X above your head. But I think they try to make a focus on new Final Fantasy players. You know, I think they thought that having no random encounters would draw new fans to the series. And you gotta remember too, this came out in 2006. Final Fantasy X was the last single player game, came out in 2001. 10-2 came out in 2003, but I mean, you wouldn't play 10-2 if you didn't play 10. So if this was the first main story in 5 years. So it kind of is turn-based a little bit, but you know, you're not going to control all your characters at one time. Very, it's fast-flowing, which I think a lot of people are a fan of in this.
Captain?
Oh, we get to fight this thing now. Oh yeah, and you get a map every time of every dungeon, so forgot about that. The bosses are cool because they'll show you like a health bar up above, and it always made me reminiscent of like old classic Super Nintendo games where like you'd have like in an action game you'd have a boss, you'd have his health meter above the screen. So I always thought that was really cool.
We receive you, Tomberry. You've leave to retire. Well fought.
My thanks, Antlion. Tonberry disengaging.
Ooh. I gotta figure out how I enabled that. Okay, L1 does that. Oh, and you can do everything at fast speed. Okay.
Vossler!
Well, this will certainly, if we ever end up grinding, that will certainly,
What if Captain Oculus has fallen?
Don't talk such nonsense. Vossler's laughed in the face of death far too many times for him to stop now. Men like him don't die in places like this. We must make haste to reach the king. We will take him to safety.
Is His Majesty unharmed?
He'll agree to an unconditional surrender. They wouldn't dare touch him until the wax on his seal is dry.
But if we arrive after he signed the treaty...
Wait. Quickly, Rex.
we need not fight them all. Oftentimes retreat is the wiser course. Ah, crap. Might have to reduce this down to 4 because this is, or down to 2. That's really fast. I wish the camera would auto-rotate. I don't think it does. I don't think there's a setting either.
Intruders! Don't let them escape!
Sir, we have little time. You must go to the king. I'll handle these.
Fight well.
I'm gonna use a potion because you're not gonna be able to take potions after this. Oh, so basically this plot right here they're gonna sign the treaty between Dalmasca and Arcadia, but the rumor is that Arcadia is using this as a plot to assassinate the king, since they have to meet up and stuff. So.
Your Majesty.
Yeah, they killed the king.
Captain, why? Our king, what have you done?
The king intended all along to sell Dalmasca to the Empire. His Majesty was a traitor.
Captain,
Seize the insurgent. Hello.
Well, so much for peaceful negotiations.
We'll never surrender to you. We are not cattle to be sold by a traitor king.
But the war is over, my dear Captain. You have lost. Dalmasca is the property of the Empire now. And think, we intended to let you keep some of your sovereignty, out of respect. But now you've gone and ruined that. Haven't you, Captain?
We will never bow to you.
And the people of Dalmasca will hate you for it. Take the captain away.
Off you go.
Oh, we got a trophy. Forgot about trophies in this game. I really don't care, but they're gonna turn out a trophy.
Vaughn.